Okay, good evening, everyone. It is 5 PM, Monday, August 19th, 2024. It's time to call the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order. Ms. Jones, roll call, please.
Mayor Barnett,
Present.
Mr. Austin,
Here.
Ms. Gross. Mayor, you have a form.
Thank you, ma'am. Please stand for the pledge. Okay, thank you all for attending. Is there any announcements or public comments that does not pertain to the agenda? Hearing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda.
Move to approve the minutes from the August 5th Board of Works meetings as presented, and also the approval of claims.
We'll second, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
There isn't any old business. We'll go right into new business. Request to close State Street during the 76th Annual Fall Festival Parade on Sunday, September the 8th, from 2 to 3, Compass Park. CEO Mike Spencer. You're not Mike, but I'm glad you're here.
I am a Mike. Wrong last name. Mike got called away. He asked me to come in and see you guys. This year, we're just wanting to shut down the southbound lane, so we wouldn't need any officers. We can do it all ourselves in-house.
Okay, just so you know, we'll probably have an officer just hanging around, but we appreciate that. So,
Okay?
questions, Ken?
I don't have any, Steve.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve as requested.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you,
very
sir.
much.
Thanks for coming in.
Hope to see y'all there.
Okay, next item, request to close Banna Street for tree removal, vertical landscaping.
Good evening.
Curtis?
Curtis.
Joanna?
Nice dress, Curtis.
Yeah, I'd actually spoken to Vertical Landscaping since they're located so far away, not knowing if we were going to proceed this evening. They have spoken both with Mark Richards, city engineer, and myself on outlining the request for closing down Banta Street in order to remove a tree. This is actually at Mark Hyden's property, so he's already communicated the bus schedule with them. They anticipate closing after the buses went through in the morning, and then to be back open before the bus comes back through is their plan. They provided the road closure. They will be putting up the signs, and they also have the preferred detour route. And they will be placing blocks and wood under the crane in order to protect our pavement. And they also have sidewalk signs for closing that off also.
Joanna, I could not tell from his his paperwork, this is a tree on private property. They're just asking for the street closure. They're not working in any of our
Correct.
right of way.
The tree is pretty large on the west side of the property, so they'll need a crane to go in there to start cutting it down. The closest place that they have found to dispose of the materials is McCarty Mulch, so as they cut it down, they will be transporting it to McCarty Mulch.
I noticed they had an insurance coverage that included us as additional insured, so I was trying to figure out, I mean, it's great.
Right.
But I just was curious as to why they did it. It's not in our right of way, though.
Well, they'll be closing down our right-of-way,
But they won't be
but they won't
cutting anything
be
out of it.
cutting or disturbing anything.
Ms. Gray, I did request that they provide an insurance certificate.
Thank you, Mark. That's great.
Just for the scope of the work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate, I don't know about you, Kenny, but I appreciate they asking and letting us know. more than
Absolutely.
anything.
You know, I grew up kind of down the street from there, and that is a very large tree. So it's nice that they're going to take it down safely and do it all properly. With that said, Mayor, do you have anything else to add?
No, thank you.
I make a motion for cutting down a large ash tree on the left side, which is the west side of the house. They're going to grind the stump, possibly replace it, and that is located at,
On Banta.
I'm looking at the
100 Banta Street.
100 Banna Street.
So is that a motion for approval?
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that, Steve.
Next item, request to block sidewalk and 2 parking spaces at Luger's Insurance Group at 26 East Jefferson Street for 12 hours, August 22nd, for 5 Star Roofing Systems, Inc. Nick Wilborn? Hi, Nick.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you for coming in, and I think, as you heard before, I think the only thing that we request, if you have dumpsters and stuff, you put something under the dumpsters so it doesn't scar up the blacktop.
Okay.
Other than that, thank you for coordinating.
Will you be roping off the sidewalk or have
Yes.
somebody there to stop
Yeah,
people?
we'll have a monitor and we'll have blockades.
Okay. The monitor's that person that walks me around the stuff.
It'd be out with the vest, down there with the vest, just telling people to be
Great.
careful, yeah.
Well, whoever did it last week was excellent, because not that I spend a lot of time just walking up and down the street, but it was great. It was great.
Any questions, Ken?
I have none, Mayor.
I'd make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Brett, you'll get with Nick, right? And-
Yep.
Okay. Okay, next item, request approval of renewal for Cardiograph OpenGov Assist Management Software subscription. Street Commissioner, Fleet Manager, Brett Jones.
Thank you, sir. This is a renewal for, as you stated, Cartograph, which is actually owned by OpenGov now. So that was a nice transition since we were already users of both products. But this is primarily for the asset management software that we utilize, that Sally's team utilizes, and I believe Chip's guys use it some. And then also all of our fleet records are kept in this system as well. So the fleet guys do all the service records, all the maintenance. This is, from our perspective, this is inventory of street trees, signage. This is our work order system. Public calls in. This is where we document everything we do. So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Rick, we've been on this for 4 years?
Longer
Five?
than that.
Okay,
On the online version, about
Right,
that long.
right. So, no disruption. We've had great success. I actually am excited for what comes next with hopefully the OpenGov Cartograph integration. We haven't seen anything major yet, but I'm hopeful that, because obviously OpenGov is where we do all the permitting, and then Doug does all of his work in that as well. So hopefully there'll be some intuitive uses of that system citywide. But this is just a 3-year renewal contract. Looks like a 5% annual price increase over that 3-year term. And other than that, I'd be happy to, Rick and I can answer any questions.
Brett or Rick, I tried to pull out my past emails exchange with you guys to try to compare, was there any language change over what we had previously approved? And my specific question and or concern was, they got the provision in there regarding sales tax and passing on sales tax, which were obviously tax exempt.
They,
And there is the language in there that if we give them our tax exempts information, but have we ever had any problems with them taxing us?
no, ma'am, we have not. And also, they did forward this to us way in advance. You've probably already forgotten, but I think I sent this to you in April.
Is that the one? Well, don't send it to me ahead of time, I'm not used to it. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, send it to me at 4 o'clock.
And
Was this-
both of the items that you had asked about.
They changed.
They changed.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
I cleared that up.
Okay. Questions, Ken?
I don't have any, Mayor, but I will make a motion to approve the renewal of the Cartograph OpenGov Asset Management Software subscription.
And I will second. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Next item, request approval and execution of change order 3 for the Active Adult Center project. City Engineer Mark Richards.
Thank you, Mayor. After the contract was awarded, we received word from Indiana American Water Company that the water service line would be required to be upsized on the project. The original bid documents included that the existing water line would be reused, but that's not possible because it is too small for fire protection. I think it's a 1-inch line, and we need to have a 6-inch line to the building for the fire protection. So we did receive a change order amount and proposal from DeWeese Construction, which does include, let me pull it up here. It includes the water line material, labor and equipment, traffic control, because there's going to be work done on, what is that, Adams Street? And then the road will be patched with flowable fill and concrete. There will be a restoration using asphalt in accordance with our ordinance. So the total cost of the additional work will be $25,219.50. So the revised contract amount would be $4,768,648.88. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have, and would just like to ask that if you decide to approve this, that the mayor sign on the board's behalf.
Okay, and I just want to clarify that this was not a miscall by the city or a miscall by the engineering firm. When we have technical review committees, meetings, that is why we ask the utility companies to come to those meetings so we can coordinate what really needs to be done. And when they don't show up, that's what happens. We have change orders that doesn't make it to the bid packet. So I just wanted to clarify that. That's why this happened.
Unfortunate.
Okay. With that being said, I would like to make a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, request to file liens on unkept property, and I would make a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Gets us to department reports. Sally, we'll start with you again as last time.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to report that the conveyor system is working great, and we're able to let it run all night long, which is very helpful. Run it slow all night long, doesn't have to be babysat, so all good there. And we have another new employee starting next Monday. He will work inside the wastewater plant.
Okay, Sally, I got a question. With the new conveyor up and running, does that cut out on some of the overtime that we've had to have people there 24/7?
Yes. Yeah, they can, so far, they can turn it on, like I said, run it really slow all night long, where the other way, it was falling out on the ground, somebody had to be there to watch it and move the pile, et cetera. So, yeah, we're anticipating a lot less overtime. Nobody's going to have to work over to babysit it. So far, so good.
I appreciate that.
Only been a couple weeks, so.
Okay, thank you. Mark?
I have nothing tonight, sir. Thank you.
Brett?
Nothing, sir.
Krista?
Just to let everybody know that the Franklin Development Corporation has an accepted offer on 650 Overstreet Street. So I don't have a closing date yet, but we're just working on the title work for that, and then we'll keep moving forward.
Okay, thank you. Rick?
Nothing, sir.
Sherry?
I don't have anything. Thank you.
Snyder?
Just wanted to give a shout out to the Parks and Rec and Planning and Zoning for letting the fire department use 650 Ritchie Street to do some training in before it comes down.
Thank you. Chief
The
Cochran?
only thing, Mayor, is a promotion tonight. Other than that, there's nothing to add.
Okay. Chip?
I did want to report that the council did approve the purchase of that house Josh is referring to. That closing did happen on Friday, so we do officially own that house now. There's another concert coming up before we meet again. It's this Friday at the amphitheater, and the band is Groove Smash. I have no idea what they play, so it's groovy though. And the pool is still open till Labor Day, so that's it.
Thank you. Ken?
Kudos to Chip and his team, and had a successful weekend. There was a lot of people downtown, and everybody was safe, and everybody had a good time, so thank you.
Jan?
No, sir.
Sprague?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.